Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's. So we'll continue the journey. This is part 2. This is the final part of, why Mark Baby Trump Golding not being arrested and charged with impersonating a Jamaican and fraud. That's how some people are asking. You're going to hear, as we told you before, one of our loyal viewers and subscribers had submit, a voice note, tell us not to compare both men, so we're just giving him facts. And he was asking us about to compare the Democratic and the Republican Party, but we don't have, that have American history, but we can delve into it, just give it briefly. The Democratic Party is the Republican Party of Abraham Lincoln. So you have to understand how racism play a role in this country because of the Republican Party had freed the blacks, the slaves, then become Democrats. Yes, because the Democrats, they were the real racists back then, You understand? They are the same racist Democrats, they are the Republicans now. So those of you who don't know, so when them tell you say Abraham Lincoln represent the Republican Party, yes, but that Republican Party then is the Democratic Party of today. That's so if you want to know more on them things, you have to do some reading, or you understand. Or because so our thing is more, it's all about education and information and all of these things, but I'm just giving you like a snip. So back now to Mark Baby Trump Golding. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Easily swayed and gullible. So them people in and them dangerous, Critical thinkers can examine various perspectives, question the validity of information, and arrive at well-reasoned conclusions. They don't simply accept things at face value, but engage in a more profound process of understanding. This ability empowers them to make informed decisions and resist manipulation. So as we do have video the other day about manipulation. So if you check it out, you understand. When people can manipulate your mind, in charge of nothing, anything, they are the one that in charge of your thought process. So on the other hand, those who need more critical thinking skills tend to absorb and regurgitate information without questioning its source or accuracy. So just like how Mark Golding now, like how Baby Trump tell the Jamaican people saying born in Jamaica, and I have no paper for sure, and them same one, I tell you, say, yeah, my Jamaican, him saying born here. Which liar honest? Come on now, black people, anybody, you understand, the whole way of people. Tell me which liar honest. I have never met an honest liar. You understand? We used to have a president where I tell you, say, by the day, them tell him much thousand a lie him tell. And yet still say, see man, we don't even know if we all the Bible. Where I Christian, people them claim say them are Christian, him them worship, them people like me, I tell you. Me no want to go for them heaven. Me no sir, me no want to go for them heaven at all, Rasta. Them the people no sir. If me go heaven, I see none of them the people there. Me rather figure hell. Because me know so that the heaven can't be a good heaven at all. Because that the heaven Satan can, because me must say Satan, Satan say my God too, Because Satan want to be like God. That's why him rise up a third of our army inside of heaven and fight and a war against the Creator, and God just throw them out and send them right down there. So that's why them down here and them art, the devil is art of confusion. God is not art of confusion. God is the truth. God is the truth. You understand? They often repeat what they have heard without essential engagement, making them susceptible to misinformation and propaganda. So as the bridge that talk about, different kind of, you spread propaganda. Yeah, propaganda are lies that people keep repeating, and people, after a while, people have it as truth because it keep repeating. And by repeating something over and over, people start to believe it. That's how you dummy them, The one them who have sense, you can't do that. So them will see you as different. So you would do by yourself and them will say something wrong with you, but something wrong with them, Because them are dummy. You understand? So this is why some people are easily led astray by ideologues and appear less discerning and more gullible, because them can't think. So it's just like, you see, so you point out some things to some people, and you all look out for them, and instead them think, and I say, but me never think that way. Them see you, say no, say him may stay far from him, and you all look out for him, look out for them. So I just saw it go. So that's why you have people who know if to manipulate people and play upon them emotion, know if to stick the right cards. Like we're not there to manipulate people, we're there to tell you the truth. We can't do that too. We could have do that. We could have done that from day one. Because we know if we tell the Jamaica, because we know, remember say we come from in a belly of beast. So we know if we tell the people them, if we did want to exploit them, and this is all about making profit, to make money. We know if we manipulate people. We know if we touch and not touch. One thing with the PMP criminal organization and supporters and the activists, them not hide. The labor at them is more subtle, observe things, and they are more witty. These are people who can't think. PMP impulsive. PMP criminal organization supporters and activists impulsive, ignorant, and them have low IQ. I say that without any apologies. Yeah. Because anytime you have somebody as you and them have a disagreement and them say if you're dead, it's because that person's IQ is limited. Because them don't value themselves. Because if you value yourself, if you see yourself, if you love yourself, you're going to love the next person. And you're going to see yourself in another man. And that's how we always tell people. So that's why we tell us that PMP don't see themselves as Jamaican, them see themselves as PMP, criminal organization supporters and activists. If you listen to them talk, they never tell us that them are Jamaican, then say them are PMP. Why it's the same labor right them, they will tell us that them are Jamaican.
Hallelujah! I feel sanctified by the blood, sweat and tears of our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't come here as free people. Our ancestors didn't come here as free people. Blood, sweat and tears of our ancestors. I pray against, God Almighty, mental disorder. I pray against confusion. I pray against mix-up spirit. And I declare that you will think straight. Cut and clear, Holy Spirit. In the name of...
So you see the difference? And the difference in thinking and the difference in culture. One set of people you have there where, and they are the least in a prison population, 2%. And then the PMP them, the one them claims to them another Jamaican, and them most in a Jamaican prison them. So make that make sense to me and them thing them, I tell you. I saw it go. So when you can't think, people are going to think for you. So when you come from the community like me, I whole heap of idiots still doing it, and them know, even although them know say the criminality where it come with it, them still embrace it because them don't want to say boy. People say them are betrayer with them. I'm not betrayer. I talk the truth. I save people by telling them the truth. The truth not a friend, Remember say truth of liars hate the truth, So when you stand for the truth, but I think say you gain fans, you lose fans. You understand? So get a following. It's not go big like the one where have the liar who out there and exploit the people them. So we can create a more thoughtful, intelligent and discerning community by cultivating these skills. Yeah. So we can encourage critical thinking is essential for our healthy society. It fosters informed citizens who can contribute to meaningful discussion, make sound decisions and challenge falsehood. But these people, may I show you all the people them real, may I tell you them are real dummy. May I tell you. If you born and grow a concrete jungle or Jonestown, and if you believe, say, man from Tivoli Garden kill the 144 people of Eventide. Don't say you're a dummy, but you need to go jump off a pier downtown. Me I tell you. Because remember say, during that time, the M16 them were bad man have. A jungle and Jonestown people them have it. The rest of them and the people them have. A PMP have M16. And the police were in cahoots with the bad man them. You think the man from Tivoli could have come and board up so much housing unit and kill people? You have to be an idiot to believe that. So that's why I tell them I like when you can't think. That's why them say, boy, me escape. Me never know, say, boy, me did that jail or something and them thing. You understand? But me never escape. From me I grow up, me have sense. Because my mother teach me to think. Don't think like them, because them got a robot program. See, until we leave here, them still go there for them pitney, and that's so said, so done. But you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, So let's strive to be thinkers. Not mere followers, and encourage others to do the same. So there are several striking similarity between Mark, Baby Trump, Golden, and Donald Trump. Both men have shown themselves to be immoral liars who exhibit a blatant lack of respect for their supporters. Donald Trump famously misled his followers by claiming he gave them a tax break. In reality, many ended up paying more in taxes than before. This deceit highlights his disregard for the truth and his supporters' well-being. Although the people, when the man passed the $2 trillion tax cut for rich people, may benefit to, because our poor people, it really affect, And the man tell the people, say, nah, man, me go on a tax break. Although, them say, man, I complain, say, me have to pay all money and them thing there. And him tell them, say, him give them tax break. Or somebody claims that they give you a tax break when you have to pay more. Because I don't know, say, you're a dummy. You understand? So, me not grudge the IIQ people, them. You understand? So, similarly, Mark Baby Trump Golden has made questionable claims to his followers. He told members of the PMP criminal organization in Jamaica that his ancestors arrived on slave ships and were slaves themselves. No, come on, give me a break. This assertion is not only misleading, but an insult to the intelligence of his audience, who were majority black people. And them take it up, them suck it up, then them drink it and love it. As Golden suggests, it isn't easy to find evidence of white enslaved people arriving in Jamaica. This statement appears to be a blatant attempt to manipulate historical facts for political gain. The public must recognize these statistics and understand the importance of holding leaders accountable for their words and actions. Leaders who lie and manipulate their supporters cannot be trusted to act in their constituent best interest. Instead of accepting falsehood and flattery, we should demand honesty, transparency, and respect from those in position of power. By critically examining our leaders' claim and action, we can ensure that they are held to the highest standards of integrity. So let's not allow ourselves to be swayed by empty promises and deceitful narratives. Instead, let's strive for a society where truth and accountability prevail and where leaders genuinely respect and serve their people. In November 2020, Donald Trump lost the presidential election to Joe Biden. Yet he falsely claimed victory. Despite a resounding defeat, Donald Trump attempted to overthrow the U.S. government by inciting his supporters to attack legislators, aiming to retain power without voters' approval. This was an unprecedented move to force himself on the American people. To say that Donald Trump loves America is a gross misunderstanding. Those who believe this are not only neglecting to use their critical thinking skill, but also detach from reality. Donald Trump is arguably the worst president in American history. Not out of love for the country, but out of love for himself. Donald Trump do not love America. Donald Trump only love himself. His actions and words consistently demonstrate his self-obsession and disregard for American values and democracy. The man wants to be a dictator, like how Vladimir Putin in Russia and Xi Jinping Z China, and the Ayatollah in Iran, and the people them are the president of Syria and all of these dictators in them places. Trump is a con man, and his appeal lies mainly with those who cannot think for themselves. He has a long history of deceit, having ripped off countless people, including his family members, his siblings, nieces and nephews. His fraudulent activities are well documented, yet his followers remain loyal, blinded by his charismatic deception. And I don't see Donald Trump as a charismatic leader. You know. It's just that Donald Trump is just a racist and a liar. You understand? Trump corruption extends to international affairs. He became the first American president to attempt to extort a foreign government, Ukraine, to dig up dirt on Joe Biden's son. You understand? The scandalous behavior highlights his disregard for lawful conduct and ethical standards. And the worst thing is that his party that used to be for law and order, and they are all for criminals now. Because at 2 times them impeached Donald Trump in a record time, twice. And a Republican them same one to convict him. So they don't believe in a rule of law. Right now, the same Republicans are out there now a campaign against the court, the justice system. So I don't know what them expect. So they want a lawless society, and people supposed to be above the law. And anytime things don't work out for them, the system rigged. You understand? And the system, black people, the system rigged against more in America. Because when you're black in America, you're guilty until proven innocent. When you're black, you have to stand back. When you're brown, you can stick around. Once you're white, everything is all right. That's the American mantra, and that I motto. So the scandalous behavior highlights his disregard for lawful conduct and ethical standards. Furthermore, Trump's troubling connection with Russia raised serious concerns about his loyalty to the United States. Yeah, so this man, may I tell you, say them people, you see people who are not patriot, I saw them behave like idolags still. Because if them are a patriot, they may realize that this man is not a patriot. The man do some things, is like when the man was president, there's no deal where you can offer a cable news because he might say something or him do something, and him always try to cover up some crime. The man them want a thing with the man do. But if him did black, a total different thing. So the Republican Party and Trump has strayed far from its traditional values. Until leaders like George W. Bush, Ronald Reagan or John McCain returned from the dead, I would never consider voting for Republican. The current party, influenced by Trump, are elements of terrorism and criminality. We must use our brains and think critically about leaders we support. And questioning loyalty to a con man like Trump is dangerous and undermines the very foundation of democracy. Let's demand integrity, honesty, and genuine patriotism from our leaders. So my baby Trump golden is essential Donald Trump 2.0 in Jamaica. The nickname is fitting because he is white and exhibits the same behaviors, traits, and reputation as Donald Trump. Mark Baby Trump Golden is a narcissistic, pathological liar who poses a threat to Jamaican democracy. And here is the undeniable evidence to back up this. So more, listen, you don't know, so the goldfish them gone after 5 minutes. So we just look upon the data and know who and who, you understand? In the last government election, the Jamaica Labour Party won 7 out of 12 municipalities, while the PMP, PMP criminal organization, won 5. So despite this clear outcome, Mark Baby Trump Golden declared on election night that the PMP had won the election. This blatant falsehood marks the first time in Jamaican history that a loser claimed victory so audaciously. Golden's supporters are unable to differentiate between more and less. Parity this claim. Yeah man, like ugly sum, revealing a dangerous lack of critical thinking. Mark Baby Trump Golding's actions demonstrate that he's not a true Jamaican patriot, but an imposter. If Mark Golding, affectionately known as Baby Trump, if he truly loved Jamaica, he wouldn't be trying to tear the country apart by fostering division and embracing political violence. His behavior mirrors that of Donald Trump, who is not an American patriot but a con artist, liar and evil figure. Trump supporters argue that he is targeted by the justice system, ignoring the fact that his felonies are well documented and broadcast worldwide. His support love for the police is contradicted by his incitement of his low IQ supporters to attack law enforcement officers, leading to the death of officers on January 6, 2021. Imagine the outcry if Donald Trump were black. His action would have likely led to his execution. So if Donald Trump was a Barack Obama, he would have dead from 2021. They would execute him. So anyone, especially black individual who support Donald Trump, lacks self-esteem, self-love and self-respect. Trump rise to prominence began with his racist attack on President Barack Obama, questioning his American citizenship, which resonated with a segment of white America who harbor terrorist tendency at heart. Recognizing the parallels between Mark Baby Trump Golding and Donald Trump is crucial. Both men strive on lies, division and manipulation, posing significant threats to the democratic value of their respective countries. Jamaica deserves leaders who unite, not divide, build, not destroy. Let's hold our leaders accountable and reject those who seek to undermine our democracy for their gain. Mark Golding, that's Baby Trump, yes, Mark Baby Trump Golding, claim he was born in Jamaica, yet there are no records of his birth at the University Hospital of the West Indies or the Registrar General Department in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. If he genuinely loved Jamaica, why hasn't he produced his Jamaican birth certificate for all to see? Why? The answer is simple: because he was not born in Jamaica. Mark Baby Trump Golding is not a Jamaican. Yes, he's not a Jamaican. The answer is simple: because he was not born in Jamaica.
Of our ancestors came to these shores in bondage. Today, we remember the contributions of our ancestors to the freedoms we now enjoy, many of whom suffered and died in the fight for justice from the oppressive system in which they lived. To defending the rights and freedoms won through our ancestors' blood, sweat and tears over centuries of courageous struggle. Resistance to slavery by the slaves themselves. It was not willingly given to us by others, despite what they would sometimes have us believe. In celebration of the indomitable spirit of our foreparents, who would rather die upon yonder gallows than live in slavery, I wish you a happy Emancipation Day.
Mark Baby Trump Golding is in fact a MI6 spy from Britain, embedded here to prevent Jamaica from achieving true independence and freeing itself from the vestiges of these evil, wicked and British terrorists. I mean, all of the things that them do to black people and others are only terrorists behave that way. So let's scrutinize this claim closely. A birth certificate is a fundamental document easily obtained by anyone born in Jamaica. Such critical evidence should raise serious questions about Mark Baby Trump Golding's legitimacy and intentions. His reluctance or inability to produce this document suggests a hidden agenda that aligns differently with the best interests of Jamaica and its people. So Jamaican people, them, especially the low IQ people, them, I have to decide, Because if you make this foreigner become Prime Minister of Jamaica, well, at them time, you're not going to experience slavery. Because you see man behave like a bad man. So, Mark Baby Trump Golding's action and affiliation further substantiate this suspicion by aligning himself with certain political factions and perpetuating colonial era ideology. He actively undermines Jamaica's progress towards becoming a fully independent nation. His presence and influence maintain the status quo, keeping Jamaica theatre to its colonial past and inhibiting genuine self-determination. Recognizing the broader implications of having someone like Mark Baby Trump Golding in a position of power is essential. His deceitful claims and hidden allegiances represent a significant threat to our national sovereignty and national sovereignty. By pretending to be one of us, he exploits our trust, manipulating the political landscape to serve foreign interests. This betrayal not only disrespects the sacrifices of our ancestors who fought for our freedom, but also jeopardizes the future of our nation. Jamaica deserves leaders who are genuinely committed to Jamaica and the country's well-being and independence, not someone who have one foot in and one foot out. Leaders who will fight to uplift every Jamaican and ensure our nation stand proud and free from external manipulation. With his dubious background and questionable loyalties, Mark Baby Trump Golding is not that leader. We must remain vigilant and discerning, rejecting those who seek to exploit us for their gain. Let's demand transparency, integrity, and unwavering commitment from our leaders to Jamaica. Our future depends on it. Do you think, I am talking to all of you, do you think as a Jamaican you could claim to be a British citizen without producing the necessary documentation to prove it? Let's reflect on the same British government that enslaved our ancestors. Yes, my ancestors, your ancestors, because we are all the living embodiment of their legacy. I am my ancestor and my ancestors are me. After World War II, this same British government asked Jamaicans who were British subjects to migrate to Britain to help rebuild the country. These Jamaicans and their children were considered British citizens, only to find out later that their status were precariously uncontested. The Windrush generation, as they are known, faced immense hardship. After answering the call to rebuild Britain, many of these individuals and their descendants were treated with disdain, disrespect, outright disrespect. They faced systemic racism and their contribution were minimized. Decades later, many were wrongfully detained, denied legal rights, threatened with deportation, and stripped of their dignity by the very government they helped to sustain. So you tell me, say, how wicked them people, how wicked they are, you know? But yet still, a black people don't defend this white man with fame ancestor wicked to our brothers and sisters in Britain after them left Jamaica and go up there. Them are targeting other group of people from the Caribbean and just we them not like, because we as Jamaican them can't push around in England, because them teach Jamaican about violence, you know, and the Jamaican people it's still in them. Decades later, many were wrongfully detained, denied legal rights, threatened with deportation, and stripped of their dignity by the same government they helped to sustain. So the scandal highlighted the brutal truth. Even when our people had the documents and followed the rules, they were still mistreated and marginalized. So why should we as Jamaicans accept Mark Baby Trump Golding's claim of being born in Jamaica without the requisite proof? if our own people who are documented proof of their British citizenship could be denied their rights and treated as outsider, then why should we take Mark Baby Trump's Golden's word at face value? What, because him white? Or so we are dummy? Well, we, me attack Uno. The one them where, where claims, where Uno, you don't see yourself as Jamaican, you see yourself as PMP. PMP are not Jamaicans. Only Labour right, them are Jamaicans. PMP see themselves as PMP first, PMP second, and PMP third. I saw them say them are Jamaican. They say, oh no, so me a PMP, me a born PMP. Me a born socialist. So this is especially crucial when considering the implication of this leader and his leadership and the authenticity of his intentions for Jamaica. Mark Baby Trump Golden fails to produce a birth certificate or any concrete evidence of his Jamaican birth raises severe doubt about his credibility. If Mark Baby Trump Golden, if he cannot substantiate his origins, how can we trust him to represent and lead our nation with integrity? It's not just about a piece of paper, it's about transparency, accountability, and respect for the people he claims to serve. Furthermore, Mark Baby Trump Golden's position as an influential politician demand higher scrutiny. His actions and affiliations suggest an alignment with foreign interests that are not aligned with Jamaica's path to true independence. So for him now to put a wrench in there to stop us from becoming a republic, because they must say nobody will have allegiance to another country. Not supposed to be prime minister in our parliament. Because him the born a Jamaican, because him a Commonwealth. A white man them write our constitution and a two white man. Norman Manley, Michael Manley father and Buster Manley, and them a family, cousin, pure white people. So them write the constitution for benefit white people that because them come from England, And just like how Mark Baby Trump Golden come to Jamaica and and you have to understand, spy people train them well, and then them insert them, and it's just easy for them fit in, because you learn about the culture and all of these things. And so you go, when you got a spy school and them thing there, you understand? Yeah, for fit in and one and two little things, so him know the people them thing. So that's why he must able to infiltrate the PMP criminal organization, because he knows it's a corrupt entity, it's not a political party. And just like how people are thief all money from within the PMP, millions, nobody not go to jail because the PMP is a criminal organization. You understand? So as Jamaicans, we must protect our nation from those who would exploit us. We must demand that our leaders be transparent and accountable. We must ensure that those who seek to lead us have a genuine commitment to our country and its people. Accepting claims without proof, especially from those in power, set a dangerous precedent. It undermines our fight for true independence and self-determination. So remember the lesson from the Windrush generation. Yeah, remember that. Yeah. And all our leaders to the highest standard. Let's demand proof, integrity, and unwavering dedication to Jamaica. Our ancestors fought for freedom. Yes, our ancestors, they fought for freedom. We owe it to them and ourselves to ensure that their sacrifice were not in vain. You know how much black people did for we, that's we can't even right now I talk to you on YouTube. Although YouTube is not our friend, YouTube is an enemy of the truth, Because once you talk truth, yeah, you understand, them know for control the numbers and all of these things. Whether or not you want to believe it, well, that's I tell you, because I saw it go. Seem like how them build it, I saw them can control it. So what they don't want your message to go out because it's positive and it go against the grain. So more than 70 years after the British government invited Jamaicans to Britain to help rebuild the nation after World War II, we now face the harsh reality of their betrayal. these Jamaicans were British subjects and held British citizenship, migrated with the promise of a better life and the rights of citizens. Yet, the same British government later destroyed the paperwork that proved their status, leaving many of these individuals and their descendants without documentation. This led to the shameful Windrush scandal, where these Jamaicans were wrongfully deported and their children were stripped of their rights. So, if you not understand and see who is the face of evil, who can help you? I just say God. So, in light of this history, it is appalling to see a man from Britain, Mark Baby Chump Golding, vying for the leadership in Jamaica. This is a man who claims to be Jamaica, yet has not provided any concrete evidence of his birth in Jamaica. It is not just unpatriotic, but downright sickening to witness black Jamaicans, especially those aligned with the PNP criminal organization, rallying behind him without demanding proof of his origins. Golding's ambition to rule over Jamaica is a stark reminder of the colonial mindset that sought to oppress and control us. The fact that some of our people support him without question highlights a disturbing lack of national pride and self-awareness. So right back in a sleeve with them at black people, they dummy them. Because through them can't get a box of Kentucky. Boy, I tell you them licky. How can we as a nation that fought so hard for independence allow ourselves to be easily manipulated? Because of education, lack of critical thinkers. Them not see themselves as Jamaican, them see themselves as PNP. So let's remember the plight of the Windrush generation. These were our grandparents and parents who faced unimaginable hardship in a foreign land only to be betrayed by the same government that promised them citizenship. So people they migrate with them citizenship, but yet say them have to go through another process again. Me never say nothing like that. Them people are epitome of evil. So their suffering should not be in vain. We must learn from their experience and ensure our leaders have genuine ties to our land and real commitment to the people. Supporting Mark Baby Chump Golding without questioning his legitimacy insult the sacrifices made by those who came before us. It undermines our struggle for true independence and self-determination. We must demand transparency and accountability from those who seek to lead us. Golding's failure to produce a birth certificate or any evidence of his Jamaican birth is a serious red flag. It suggests a need for more respect for the people he wants to govern. Moreover, Golding's behavior and policies align with foreign interests that do not serve Jamaica's best interest. His actions suggest a continuation of colonial mentality that sees Jamaica as a land to be exploited rather than a nation to be nurtured and developed. This is different from the leadership we need or deserve. We must stand firm in our demand for proof and integrity from those who aspire to lead us. We must protect our nation from those who seek to exploit us for their gain. Our ancestors fought for our freedom, and we owe it to them to ensure their sacrifices were not in vain. Let us be vigilant and patriotic and ensure that those who lead us have a genuine commitment to Jamaica and its people. More than 70 years after the British government invited Jamaicans to rebuild their nation post-World War II, we now face the harsh reality of their betrayal. These Jamaicans who migrated as British citizens from what was then a British territory found themselves stripped of their rights and deported. The British government destroyed the paperwork that validated their status, leading to the disgraceful Windrush scandal. Now we, as Jamaicans, found ourselves facing new threats. A man from Britain, Mark Baby Chump Golding, seeking to rule over us, with some Jamaicans supporting him unquestionably out of patriotism. They are not patriots, they are unpatriots. It is both pathetic and sickening to witness black Jamaicans rallying behind Mark Baby Chum Golding without questioning his legitimacy. This support highlights a disturbing lack of national pride and self-awareness. How can we, a nation that fought so hard for independence, allow ourselves to be so easily manipulated? So that's why, as Marcus Gay was saying, so some black people are a threat to other black people, and these are the black people. Them love the violence, them love kill each other, them love see each other as brothers and sisters. Them not see each other as Jamaican, them see each other as, them see themselves as PMP and the others. If them are a PMP to them are Labour, them are not Jamaicans. Them not see themselves as Jamaicans. The late Marcus Garvey has warned us about the roast breadfruits and coconuts amongst us. Those who betray their people for personal gains, licky. These individuals are now defending a foreigner who repeatedly insult the black populace and attempts to use violence to assert power. Look at what Golding has done. He has rallied a group of self-serving, subservient Jamaicans to demonstrate against the very essence of Jamaica. Brand Jamaica belongs to us all, not to any political party or foreign interest. Mark Baby Chum Golding is not a Jamaican by birth, and his actions suggest that he is not loyal to Jamaica. His behavior and policies align with foreign interests that do not serve our nation's best interests. Supporting him without demanding proof of his origin is an insult to the sacrifices made by our ancestors. We must heed Marcus Garvey's warning and stand firm in our demand for integrity and transparency from those who aspire to lead us. Our ancestors fought for our freedom, and we owe it to them to ensure their sacrifices were not in vain. We must protect our nation from those who seek to exploit it for their gains. Jamaica must unite and demand that our leaders have genuine ties to our land and a real commitment to our people. Our loyalty should be to Jamaica and Jamaicans, not to those who do not have our best interests at heart. Let us reject the impostors and stand together to preserve the integrity and sovereignty of our beloved nation. As a Jamaican by birth, I have witnessed fellow Jamaicans make difficult decisions to renounce their citizenship to serve in various capacities, including the military, FBI, NSA, DIA, and CIA, and I can go on and on. I too made a choice to renounce my Jamaican citizenship when I entered the military and later joined a federal agency. This decision was not taken lightly, but it was necessary for me to fully commit to my new country and fulfill my duties without conflicts of allegiance. So if I can do that, and this man say more for lead Jamaica, so everything for me right here, so you can have a bank account at Jamaica and all of these things, because I saw it go. So everything we are doing, them know say people them are dummy, idle, and them come like organate robots, them can't think. So while I love Jamaica dearly, I understand the importance of loyalty and the consequences of divided loyalty. Serving two masters, not an option, especially regarding national security matters. Holding on to a Jamaican passport while working for a federal agency could have serious legal repercussions, potentially leading to imprisonment. My loyalty lies solely with the United States of America, the country that has provided me with the opportunity and entrusted me with significant responsibilities. I am proud to serve this nation and uphold its values and laws. Renouncing my Jamaican citizenship was necessary for me to fully embrace my role and responsibility as an American citizen. While my heart may always have a special place for Jamaica, my commitment and allegiance belong to the United States. I urge others in similar position to prioritize their loyalty and make the necessary sacrifice to serve their adopted country faithfully. This decision comes with great responsibility, but it is essential for the safety and security of our nation. So some people ask, why has Mark Baby Trump Golding not been arrested and charged with impersonating a Jamaican and fraud? So the question arises, why has Mark Baby Trump Golding not been arrested and charged with impersonating a Jamaican and engaging in fraudulent activities? Some people are saying that the Jamaican passport that he obtained, stating that he was born in St. Andrew, that was all made up because he's not a Jamaican by birth. He has no paperwork to show that he is Jamaican, but just telling the Jamaican people that he's Jamaican and showing only the Jamaican passport. He knows that the Jamaican voters are dummies, especially PNP criminal organization supporters. So if we're going to allow a foreigner to come to Jamaica and con us and take over our country and rip it, rob it and pillage it, he has not even a house the man won in Jamaica. So given the severe nature of these allegations, it is imperative to address why legal action have not been taken against him. Impersonating a Jamaican and committing fraud are serious offences that undermine public trust and the integrity of our national identity. Law enforcement and judicial authorities must immediately act if substantial evidence support these claims. Make him prove, say, I'm a Jamaican. Yes, bring him in. You say you're a Jamaican, but tell you about no. Nobody come tell you about no Commonwealth. No involved in this common. A common poverty for we, the wealth that them take all of the wealth. So ensuring that individuals who violate the law are held accountable is essential in maintaining justice and the rule of law. The public deserve transparency and answers regarding any investigation into these allegations. Justice must be served fairly and without delay to preserve the integrity of our legal system. This version clearly articulates the gravity of the allegation and calls for accountability and transparency. So that way I tell you, say, Mark Golding is not a Jamaican. And based on Mark Golding behavior, Mark Golding is Baby Trump. Yeah, man. And some people ask why I'm not in jail, because he's not a Jamaican. So we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you know, we support Jamaica 110% and nothing else. Although we don't work with Jamaica government anymore, but we are still there because that's where we were born. Mark Golding, an imposter, liar, the narcissistic man, pathological liar, and he's not a patriot. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.